Tonight, the collective is learning that healing is not chaos, it is structure. Buer opens the 10th key through disordered healing, scattered effort, and the illusion that constant movement equals progress. This scroll cuts through the noise. Many are not stuck because healing is unavailable. They are stuck because they refuse the discipline that real restoration requires. Tonight's truth is simple and sharp. Healing that is not structured will not stay. Esoteric wisdom to open the scroll. Before the body restores, the pattern must stabilize. Before the spirit strengthens, the rhythm must be honored. Before healing becomes real, disorder must stop being fed. This is the wisdom of Buer. The collective is learning tonight that not all healing is true healing. Some is distraction, some is temporary relief. Some is constant searching to avoid committing to what actually works. But real healing does not rush. It builds, it corrects, it aligns over time. So let the collective open this scroll with grounded discipline. Stop chasing every new answer. Stop abandoning what works because it is not exciting. Stop confusing movement with progress. The 10th key is this: what is structured can restore you, but what is scattered will keep you cycling.
Channeled by your architect musician, 36110, 27 palms of eyes. The golden whisperer, sea star, Devalan, see all. Apply the news you can use, truth and accuracy. The real non-bedazzled jewels.
The 10th key is Buer, the 72 keys of Earth, Scroll of Buer. The distortion of disordered healing and the return of true restoration. In the Ars Goetia, Buer is the 10th spirit, a great president who appears in a very strange form, often described as a lion-headed entity surrounded by multiple legs arranged like a wheel, able to move in all directions at once. He teaches natural and moral philosophy, gives understanding of herbs and healing, and is said to cure all diseases. He governs 50 legions. Now pause there, because that form matters more than people think. A body that can move in every direction, but must remain centered to function. That's the key. Buer stands at the intersection of healing, knowledge, and structure. So in the Earth Key reading, Buer becomes the distortion of disordered healing and the return of true restoration through balance. Because here's the problem humans keep running into. They want healing without structure. They want transformation without discipline. They want to feel better without changing what made them unwell. And then they wonder why nothing sticks. That's the distortion. Healing without order. Jumping from method to method, from teacher to teacher, from trend to trend. From one solution to the next. No root, no consistency, no alignment, just motion. And Buer's form exposes that perfectly. Movement without center is chaos. Healing without structure is temporary. Knowledge without integration is noise. Now, the old text says he teaches natural philosophy and the virtues of herbs. That's not just about plants. That's about understanding systems that already work in harmony. Nature doesn't rush healing. It restores in cycles. It balances, corrects, recalibrates. That's real medicine. But humans, they interrupt the process constantly. They override the body, ignore the signals, patch symptoms, skip steps, then call it healing. Buer doesn't play that. He governs the space where healing becomes accurate, structured, and complete. And yes, the text says he can cure disease. But here's the deeper layer. He doesn't just remove illness. He restores order where disorder existed. That's why things heal, because the system becomes aligned again. So the 10th key asks the collective, where are you trying to heal without changing structure? Where are you chasing relief instead of restoration? Where are you inconsistent but expecting permanent results? Where are you skipping the discipline that real healing requires? Where are you moving constantly but not actually progressing? Because a protector of Earth must understand this. You cannot restore a field that you keep destabilizing. You cannot heal a body that you keep ignoring. You cannot fix a system while feeding the same imbalance. That's not healing. That's maintenance of disorder. Now here's where Buer becomes powerful. He doesn't demand perfection. He demands alignment over time, consistency, rhythm, structure. That's what heals, not intensity, not trends, not bursts of effort followed by collapse. Steady correction. That's the medicine. Healing is not a moment. It is a maintained alignment. Hear the 10th law. Not everything that feels good is healing. Not everything that is hard is harm. and not everything that changes quickly is real. Some things take time because they are being rebuilt properly. So stop rushing your restoration. Stop skipping your own process. Stop calling chaos healing just because it feels active. And carry this. What is structured can restore you. What is consistent can heal you. Receipts for Scroll of Buer. In the Ars Goetia, Buer is the 10th spirit, ranked as a great president. He is described as appearing in an unusual form, often interpreted as a lion-headed figure with multiple legs arranged like a wheel, symbolizing motion in all directions. His offices include teaching natural and moral philosophy, explaining the virtues of herbs, and having the power to heal diseases. He is said to govern 50 legions of spirits. Source: Lesser Key of Solomon, Ars Goetia, preserved in classical grimoires and esoteric archives. That's the factual backbone. The scroll's meaning comes from reading those traits through the patterns of healing, structure, and disorder in real life. Esoteric knowledge Buer is not random. A being that can move in every direction but must stay centered to function is a perfect symbol of healing systems. Because healing is not about doing everything, it's about doing the right things consistently. Nature heals through rhythm, repetition, balance, correction. Not chaos, not panic, not trend hopping. If your healing has no structure, it is not healing, it is wandering with good intentions. The body is not confused. The field is not confused. Only the undisciplined pattern creates confusion. Alignment removes noise. Consistency creates restoration. Structure allows healing to stay. Hilarious wise joke, because even the cosmos is tired of the same mistake. Why did the spiritual seeker never heal? Because every time it started working, they said, let me try something new. What is structured can restore you. What is scattered will keep you searching. The collective faced a quiet but brutal truth. We don't lack healing. We lack consistency. Buer exposed the cycle, chasing methods, abandoning structure, calling movement progress, and wondering why nothing stabilizes. This scroll pulled the curtain back on disordered healing, showing how scattered effort keeps the body, mind, and spirit in a loop. Not stuck, just unstructured. Not broken, just misaligned. So let this settle into the field. Healing is not found, it is built. Not in bursts of effort, but in rhythm. Not in constant change, but in alignment repeated over time. The cosmos does not rush restoration. It organizes it. The body follows pattern. The spirit follows truth. The field responds to consistency. When these three align, healing stops being temporary and becomes stable. So the deeper knowing for the collective is this: do not chase healing like it is outside of you. Do not abandon what works because it is not exciting. Do not confuse effort with alignment. Because the law is simple. What you repeat with truth will restore you. What you scatter will keep you searching.
Universal Currency Receipt, Architect Musician 3611027, The Graceful Whisperer, Devalan Ahll.
Buer is the scroll of true healing, structure, and disciplined restoration. Tonight, the collective learns that healing is not found in chaos or constant searching, but in aligned patterns repeated until the body, spirit, and field return to order. Wisdom healing is not a moment. It is a maintained alignment. What you repeat with truth will restore you. What you scatter will keep you searching. What you do consistently becomes who you are. Choose it wisely. Alignment repeated is more powerful than intensity once. Your healing is not missing, it's waiting on your consistency. Small truths practiced daily build unshakable power. The body trusts what you repeat, not what you promise. Peace is built, not found. What you honor with discipline will eventually honor you back. Clarity grows where confusion is no longer entertained.
To our beautiful collective, from our day ones to every new soul joining this journey, we love and appreciate you deeply.
You've turned this space into so much more than a community. You've made it a family. Thank you, truly. Your presence, your energy, and even the smallest acts of kindness have the power to shift the compass for many in ways unseen but deeply felt. Here's to each of you, all new and the many more to come. We're just getting started, and we're so grateful you're here with us. With love and infinite appreciation from the collective of Shaman All.